We always thought we kind of knew a lot, though.
Don't we always think we know a lot?
Yeah, we had some great stories.
Like, I know for a fact you're wearing a diaper right now.
Hey, I did the TikTok thing to you, man. I did the TikTok thing to you. No, you got TikTok. Don't do that. We're the road.
Introducing.
Hank Green.
No. Do not go down that slide.
Okay.
An artist. An educator.
A thief.
A thief.
A villain. What else is he?
What's the storyline? If he was a WWE superstar.
From the turnbuckle comes...
The scientist! Hank Green!
That was the best descent.
I do a lot of slides.
That was the best descent of the slide that we've ever had.
There was like a finesse at the end.
You guys gotta get a 7-year-old.
Do you want your...
You'll get good at slides.
Yeah.
I think it's a hazard if we bring them here.
I don't think we're allowed to have a 7-year-old.
Well, no,
We can't have a 7-year-old.
We looked into it.
Yeah, they're too expensive.
It takes at least 7 years. Otherwise, it's very
illegal. Yeah.
Or, no, there's other ways, I guess.
Hank Green is here.
Yeah.
Why did you decide
Why
to
did
come
you do
on our
this?
show?
We are all wondering.
Somebody asked.
He's doing the hot girl thing. It's just like, I guess I just didn't have anything else going on that night, and so I said yes to go on a date.
I was coming to LA, and I was on Twitter, and I said, "What should I do?" And people were like, "You should go in the yard."
They helped.
The people?
Do you think that if it was only the Yard account that tweeted at you and no other suggestions, that you would still do it?
And one Twitter reply says, "Don't do it."
17 people that are in the overlap of our Venn diagrams all messaged me and were like, "Do this."
And that's a hard 17.
And
Like, that's like
crazy. They're losing it right now.
they're hooting like Sims right now.
To those 17, you can check your Venmos. We have sent you each $1,000.
Hank, can you go around and describe what you know about each one of us?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now,
I pulled up and I saw you, and I was like, I think that's the guy from the podcast.
Okay.
And which is good, because otherwise I would have been like, I need to leave this neighborhood immediately.
Okay.
Which is telling about kind of where we are. A little bit.
Luckily, there's a lot of neighborhoods that could be.
Yeah. It's about 90% of Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then I opened up your wiki, and I was like, who's on the yard?
we've
In the car?
No way! That's what took him so long. So I pulled in, and then he pulls in. I'm like, oh, there he is. And I wave, and he waves in his car. And then he sits in his car. I'm waiting outside because I'm like, I'm going to greet our guest.
You stand there?
Yeah, I just kind of sit. I was looking at the cat.
Like
He was looking, yeah, he looked cool.
Just the whole time.
I said cool. No, he said cool.
No, he was cool. He was like chilling. He was just looking at his phone.
Was his
chilling.
hat on or off?
I don't know.
Invasive question.
If you don't remember, it was on.
Yeah, it's true.
You would have caught the reflection of the
I
sun.
beard, and I was like, they call you slime?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
and
what you learned that seconds ago.
wiki goes crazy.
I watched the show, but that was like 2 weeks ago, and I've done a lot of things since then. Okay.
All right.
You're doing
right.
a little bit of cramming. That's respectable.
Yeah. Ludwig and I hung out once.
We did.
So that's how I...
Was it memorable? Okay.
I was going to ask...
I saw George now. I saw George now.
Oh my
I
God.
thought you were going to ask if it was at a specific place, and I don't remember.
Oh, really? It was at the YouTube Blood Boy meeting that
Yeah,
they
it
did.
was like they rented the nicest place on earth, and then they made us do scavenger hunts.
And they give you the nicest blood boys.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys smoked opium with Linus Tech Tips in
That's
the den.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
In
Me,
the
Hank,
opium
Linus,
partner
Susan.
den.
Yeah.
This is where Susan decided to quit, actually. It was that opium den.
Yeah, so she saw Mark Rober do some stuff. And it was over.
She's like, I'm in the wrong business. This is not
I
cool.
can't keep these secrets any longer.
I had to go to some
She,
nice
didn't, she just smoked the opium. She
Mark,
became
if you were
enlightened.
watching, sorry. The nicest man on earth. He's
I
as pure as he
realized-
seems.
We like to, on this show, we like to make fun of people we've never met. And I'm realizing you've probably met a lot of them.
I've met a
So
lot
we have to
yeah.
tread carefully.
Interesting.
'Cause I can't say Mark Rober wears a diaper
You
Unless he
could.
actually does.
unless he actually does, or else it'd be libel.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
you know him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if that's how that works, but okay.
I think that's how the technical definition. But the thing is, you can say anyone wears a diaper.
True.
You say Hank Green wears a diaper.
You could say Hank Green, the YouTuber, wears
Everyone's
a diaper.
worn one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, what is wears? Like, sometimes you wear a diaper.
Right. Like currently.
And sometimes I wear a diaper.
A lot of the days of your life, you actually like you're kind of minimizing it. A lot of the days of your life,
There's a big chunk.
we
There's
don't
a
know.
huge, dare I say, a huge streak.
huge streak.
Where you were
Every day.
I
wear a diaper every
you were
day for
super into
years.
it.
Yeah. I was super into it.
You've had a busy week. You did stand up.
I've been doing stand-up all around town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
That's beast mode.
It's wild.
The fuck? Okay, so I was doing research because I know you from Vlog.
Yeah, I didn't get to
Brothers.
your wiki page.
That's
so
okay. I don't have one. To be totally clear, if you look at who stars on this podcast on Apple Podcasts, it doesn't even say my name. It says Eamon Ross.
It's all bad.
It's just fucked up.
Dude, I had to change Aiden Ross's name in my phone because I had his name in my phone, and when I go, "Hey Siri, call Aiden," it 3 times.
Oh my god.
I'm just dial up Aiden.
Stop!
That's crazy.
That was the right one though. That was good.
Because I changed it. because it used to be Eamon.
But I know you from Vlogbrothers.
Oh, wow.
Which as
Now I feel bad.
as a teenager, I often conflated with Rhett and Link, admittedly.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just two guys.
It's just two guys. The
only other two guys he
I was
knows about.
I was
Two
revisiting
men.
this thought last night, and I was thinking about it. I was like, they don't even look like each other.
No.
Like they're just
His
totally
parents didn't let
different
him watch
people.
The Simpsons. This is like really the only reference he has.
Getting a lot of Red and Link vibes from these two guys.
From these two guys.
John and I are also tall, just not as tall.
Yeah. Are
There's
they
a-
tall?
there's a lot- there's a
You
huge
ever met
group.
Rhett and Link?
No.
It's weird.
They're both tall?
Yeah, like you see them and you kind of think that like Link might be a little short because Rhett's so much taller than him, but it's like, oh, Link's 6'3" and Rhett's 6'7" or something. It's ridiculous.
Tall.
shit.
Diapers.
Does it make their hair go up even higher?
Scientists.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I think.
Tall diapers, scientists. What are we making a list of? Just like
positive attributes.
All my Halloween costumes I've
things
ever
I'm
had.
into.
I also know you from Vlogbrothers, and admittedly did wiki you again just to get a
Do some
refresher in.
research. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
You know what?
I did worse
This
than
might
you.
sound insulting. I don't mean it to be. I thought your wiki would be longer.
Okay.
Dude,
That was
actually-
the meanest
okay.
thing I've ever said.
I do want you to know that physically hurt.
that has to be a first. I thought the
My wiki
opposite.
is so long.
It's quality over quantity.
Dude,
I
it's
think.
so long. This is why when you said stand up, I was freaking out because I was like, dude, that's one thing. That's another thing. Because the wiki, you have like 4 YouTube channels. You do TikTok. You've released a bunch of albums. Like you've made music.
Really?
Then you own a label. You presumably do like executive work at companies, and then you also do stand up. And then
Yeah,
also,
I mean-
I was digging through the channels and I was like, this guy probably, maybe he just owns or like manages these things. You're in the videos on like Crash Course and SciShow and stuff like that. I'm like, how do you do all this?
Yeah, I mean, you skipped a couple things, so I'll just the weird one that people always hit me with is that like people will be like, you started VidCon?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I'm
What
like,
the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And then I also did write 2 novels, which that's the one where I'm like, what the fuck?
When did you fit it
How
all
did I
in?
write 2 novels?
You're like, whoa.
People will be like, I love your books. And I'm like, that's my brother. And then I'm like, oh no, it is me. You mean my
Oh my
books.
god, you're like a gamer that never gamed. You just do other things.
You might also.
This is how he
I have not
contextualizes
played
things.
a video game in like 15 years.
That's it.
Wait, what?
That's it.
Oh, that's
He's never gone to Urzikstan.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
The alpha males were right.
Dude, if we
Yeah,
give
I've
this
just been
guy,
lifting the whole time.
Yeah. And we waste our stupid time playing video game.
Yeah.
I'm not even that good at Valorant. I've put in thousands of hours.
coulda wrote 2 books.
I could have wrote 2 books.
if we get you on Baldur's Gate 3, your entire career collapses.
Yeah.
That would be so relaxing, honestly.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
You should leave it
all
in your
behind.
face right now. You're like, whew. Wow. It looks nice.
That's
Yeah,
option,
stopping
right.
things.
What was the last video game? Do you remember it even?
Oh, I mean, I played like
There were blocks, they fall.
I play like word games on my phone, but that's not what you mean.
Yeah, we're not talking about connections.
I like watch my wife play Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Sure.
That counts.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's basically like watching
that's
a
nice.
stream.
It's a nice thing to do.
Streams on, you watch.
Yeah. I play Minecraft with my son.
Okay.
That's so
Bang.
Yeah.
That's
adorable.
so
That's
beast.
cool.
There it is.
My dad didn't play shit with me.
Yeah, my dad said video games were not good to do, and he would get mad at me and said, he's like, why don't you make money instead? And I was like, that's crazy.
Here you are.
And
Get
you
it?
are
Yeah.
making money instead.
Still playing video. I still go to Urzikstan, though.
Yeah, but like, you're making money now and you're not playing video games. So right now you're making money instead of playing video games.
It is
High
true.
five to Dad.
Yeah.
Go.
Give me that, brother.
Okay, you got to work
I
out.
just like
Okay.
to get the inside.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, do you think Hank has that shit on right now?
I think so.
Okay, Hank, I got to give you a rundown.
What?
Nick
You're
is
an asshole.
I'm going to give you just a quick rundown because it's not on the wiki, but it's like the quick recap of how you know everyone here.
Yeah.
Nick is our misogynist.
Okay.
No.
Okay, hold
It's
on.
always good to have one of those.
Also,
That's how you keep the
Just
alt-right
because the
from
wiki
giving you a hard
says that
time.
does
I'm
not
not going to
mean.
say because of it, but perhaps correlated, our coolest member.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Just
should
hold
clap
on.
for your.
Okay.
Aiden is our most progressive member
Okay.
and bisexual,
Uh-huh.
which we have ran with, and we say so many things we shouldn't because
Yeah.
of it.
That's
Well,
not
it's-
true.
Well,
Slime is
so-
mother.
Slime's mother. I gotta turn off my phone.
Leave it on.
It's Clint.
Stevens?
Stevens?
No.
Dude, imagine.
That would be
so tight.
crazy.
Bro, get on. We're running 120 star.
We've got to cook.
So that's us.
Wait, what about you? You're just handsome and cool. You didn't say.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait. Oh yeah, you didn't do you? Wait, who is he?
I'm
I got a
mother.
message from Clint.
He's
I forgot.
mother.
Yeah.
He's mother, and
Daddy.
I'm daddy.
You're not daddy.
I'm daddy.
I'm
I
also
have
daddy.
seen him. He's daddy.
I'm daddy. I'm
He
daddy.
showed up with that shit on right now. Okay, but I'm asking you this because Hank had to look me up in his car. I'm revealing that he pulled this shirt out of his trunk with
true.
the tag on.
I did.
Yes, I'm not kidding.
You're a cop.
You
I am a cop.
You didn't. Just like I didn't comment on you waiting. You didn't comment on me ripping the tags off my shirt.
But
we
here
were
we
both
are.
very cool about it. And then we were like, let's fuck each other up as soon as the mic's going.
What does that mean? Does that mean you have your own merch and you're pulling some out? Or
No, I just bought that.
You just bought it. Yeah. You buy it here?
It's worse than that.
Okay.
I bought it online and had it shipped to my friend's house in Glendale
Why?
because I wasn't gonna be anywhere.
And you
Anywhere?
wanted
I wasn't,
clothes.
it wasn't gonna get to my house in time.
Okay.
What's
All
wrong
right.
with the T-shirt?
Well, it's I didn't want Colin and Samir to think that I was sullying their brand by bringing it on the yard.
That's also the first thing he
Hey.
said. He was like, Colin and Samir said, if you look like you're in an abandoned like district of the city, you know you're in the right place. And I'm like, they always
That's
got
what they
some
said
shit.
about our place?
Yes.
I don't know. It might not have been them. I've seen so many people in the last 5 days.
He said Colin and Samir.
They couldn't walk a mile in my country shoes.
That's
They
so
couldn't.
true. Oh, and the whole time you'd be walking to them, they go, and so we hung out with Mr. Beast for a day?
They're like, "Where's the Air One? I don't know where it is. I don't know how to buy my groceries."
to LA. They've changed.
I need my food in a mason jar that I can keep
No,
right
he's
now.
got that shit on.
He's got that shit
He's
on.
wide out. He's
Yeah.
like when chess players start getting their stream popping and they make money. That's how they start dressing.
Okay. Yeah.
You got that shit on.
Yeah, I think you got a dad look, and I think it's
I'm kind of
respectable.
figuring out a dad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
43.
Whoa.
I know.
I'm 33.
Wow. 10 years from now.
that wouldn't be
Could be
bad.
like
Wow.
You get hair back.
Your hair's gonna come
Yeah,
back.
does it come back? Tell me it comes back.
I mean, there's ways.
There's ways?
You know, you've looked it up.
That's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to you.
No, it's not, because he knows.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to lose a little.
Have you
in the
ever get on
front.
that shit?
I thought about it. I've been on I took the hymns quiz.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
You go
no
there,
free
I-
promo.
Yeah, and then I got to the end of the quiz and I was like, eh.
I mean, you kind of
I'm
clocked.
married.
You clocked life already.
If you answer right on the quiz, it gives you a flight to Turkey on Spirit Airlines. It's a free comp flight.
Enjoy, brother.
Wait, what? How old were you when you had kid? And when were you like, oh, I should have kid?
I guess I was 36 because I did math just now. Ish. And in like 2 years before that is when we were like, we should have kid. Maybe we should have kid. And then we didn't have kid for like a year. And we were like, oh no. Now we didn't want kid, and then we were like, maybe we should have kid, and then we were like, you can't have kid, and we were like, now I want kid. Now that you say I can't have kid, I want kid, and then it just happened. We just did it at the right time, I guess.
Just power of will.
Yeah.
Wow. You're a grinder, I'm realizing.
Yeah, we just really went at it for a couple of years.
Just clocking in, clocking out.
Are you telling people like, oh, we're trying in that period?
I know. I mean, there were some people that had been through similar experiences in our lives, and we talked to them about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And now the kid is the light of your life and the most important thing in your whole world.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Dude, it's wild.
They're gonna
Answer
do like,
that one, science man.
Well, that's sort of what the selective pressure would point toward. Is like preserve your genes.
Not me.
You can't. That's not. I love my kid just because.
Yeah, all the kids that I fathered through the sperm bank, I don't give a shit about them.
That's right. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I was going back through the Vlogbrothers channel, and I sorted by oldest.
Oh no.
Because I actually started watching Vlogbrothers, I think in like, I don't know, 2009, 2008 or something. Like I was really young. And I was looking through all the videos, and then I found a more recent video where you talk about why everyone's getting shingles.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to meet, maybe, I think it's cool because you're a scientist.
Yeah.
You could meet like a subject of this.
We got
because
shingles in the
Dude,
room.
it's crazy you looked at him.
you looked right at him. You just kind of knew a shingles brother when you see one.
Because we didn't say it. You
Because
looked right
What
at him.
about me says that I had
Episode
it.
one
What
of
about,
the-
why do I give off shingles vibes?
He made a noise. I'm very perceptive.
Episode 1 of The Yard is called Shingle Bells because Aiden had shingles at the time.
For the first episode.
When?
In 2021,
And
summer
we're
of
still
2021.
talking about it. I had shingles 3 times in a year.
Yes, but
Three times?
Yeah, I'm kind of
year.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's kind of beast mode.
Were you just
Do you,
like
do
going
you
on every
also
slip and slide in America?
have a subtle pattern of Hawaii across your side?
Do you
from
still
it?
have it?
You can see kind of like a slight discoloration. I think.
Did you
where it was.
scratch too hard, sweetheart?
No,
No.
it just
just
scarred.
happened.
It leaves a little
scars.
pigment chain.
Yeah. I turned out I had lymphoma. I thought that my immune system was super fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do I keep getting shingles? And they were like, we don't know. And then
So
they were
that
like,
was the
oh, you have
precursor.
cancer.
That's the that was
Wait,
the
so shingles
alarm
was
bell.
good.
No.
Because it alarmed you.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, because I had like super swollen lymph nodes and they were like, it's probably because of the shingles.
Oh, it concealed
So it's
it.
bad.
Yeah. But it turned, I don't know if like, I actually don't know. So there's a correlation between getting shingles and having lymphoma. And they're not sure if it's, because it could be either way. It could be that the shingles like activates your immune system and like the precancerous cells are able to become cancerous. Or because you have the cancer, you get shingles because your immune system's kind of screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
It could be either way. Or it could be that there's like a third thing that is causing both.
Did
but
you get
probably
the
not.
shingles on naughty parts?
No.
Okay.
Jesus.
Unless the armpit counts. I don't know what you do.
Depends where we are.
Yeah.
I have a question because you beat cancer, which is pretty sick
So far.
so far. I guess it's always so far, right?
Yeah, you too. Good job.
My goat. Were you worried it wouldn't grow back?
The hair? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually thinner than it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
know.
You
And
cannot
curly.
get ahead in this world.
And curly. I got curly hair.
Is that new?
I had straight.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
Seriously?
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, how does that
ironically,
happen? You know
what
how
is the
this happens.
science
It's a
there?
very expensive perm.
How does that, is that common?
Yeah, actually. So like when it damaged so like the hair falls out, obviously the hair follicles are getting damaged somehow. So like that, you want to get into it?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Hairs
Yes.
are fucked up. So I thought that before I got cancer, I thought hair got made by cells that sort of like oozed hair out of them. That's what I thought.
I wasn't even that sophisticated.
There's like pooping out hair.
Okay.
But it turns out that there's like a conveyor belt of cells. At the bottom, they're replicating really fast, and they push up the cells above them. And as they get pushed up, they fill themselves up with keratin, and then they eject their organelles, and then they commit suicide, and then they dry out, and they stick together, and they become the hair.
Dude, we're so weird.
I know. It's so gross. Yeah. It's this big, long stack of dead cells, and you're like, that's so beautiful.
But sometimes it smells good.
It's pretty.
Pretty and
All my
shiny.
dead suicide hairs.
Yeah. And when they the cells, any fast replicating cells get killed by chemo. And so the hair stops working right. And then as it comes back unevenly, and also the follicle might have changed shape. And it's either that like the follicle so like there's actually debate because it's not that important to do research on. So We don't really know. But like it is either that the cells grow back unevenly, and so they sort of like are growing on one side more than the other, and that makes the hair curl, or the shape of the follicle itself is producing a bend in the hair.
Well, you could just find this out, right?
What you could
Just shave again.
You got a couple million?
Well, so what
You can't
in
shave
like a year, it'll probably be back to normal. Be straight again.
Okay.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
What a cost.
What?
A cost
COST?
to the self.
It's not. It's kind of cool, actually.
You
It's
think
like
it's
a
cool?
perk.
You think so?
Well, fuck
a
you.
perk now.
Yeah, you gonna press him on this one?
He just fights about this issue a lot because he doesn't have anything to fight over.
Dude, it's hard. It's such a fucked up thing because you look at
You mean the like thinner or the curly?
No, wait, what are you talking about?
The cost. What's the cost?
The cost is that you can't be the same as you wanted to be.
Yeah, I get to like look in the mirror and be like, well, that's a different guy.
I'm
he's
different
been
now.
through everything
And
he's been through.
That's not fair.
Can I be clear that you guys have not gone through similar situations? Can,
Yeah.
can we lay that out? I just want to make sure it's very clear to the audience.
Do you think that's true?
This is
Yes. Yeah, it is true.
This is like when Fox News used to have debates and they'd get like it's some issue that's like 99% of people agree and then they'd stack the deck like it was 50-50. Like they have the same
Well, if
amount
you
of
zoom back
evidence.
really far from the graph, they look like they're the same height.
Yeah, I'm the Fox News scarecrow man that they hired. No, look, man, when you look it up and
You
it's
don't
like,
look that bald.
really?
What?
I mean,
You
come
mean
on.
it? OG?
There's a lot of hair right here.
You know how
He
like
likes it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think you don't even need a hair transplant. I think you just need finasteride.
I think this is the unique trigger phrase that unlocks the fourth dimension. No one's said it yet.
This is a big moment for me. No, but like when you start losing your hair, it's like you read that the cause is like, oh, you have too much testosterone, and it's the one saving grace, and you're kind of like,
Oh, I'm beast mode.
it's too much. I guess that's right.
Oh well.
But
It's supposed to be a sign like that. So like it's weird that we go bald, and the theory is that it's a sign of like this is a person in the community who has wisdom that you can go to. So like the way that you start being able to grow facial hair when you're sexually mature is like, hey, I'm available for child making.
and wisdom.
Yeah, losing your hair is like I'm not available just for child making, but also wisdom.
But also trivia.
Yeah, I know a lot of facts.
I also know when the PlayStation came out. so ladies.
You know a lot of facts, and I was not a Vlogbrothers enjoyer, but I am a modern day Hank TikTok random fact pee out cancer enjoyer.
Thank you.
And I was curious, do you have like a certain weight on what is important to know or not important to know, or is it all flat and knowing anything is kind of cool?
Knowing anything is kind of cool. For sure. I mean, I think that like we in our society, like we've got a cultural set of expectations for what counts as useful, interesting fact, which is completely made up, you know?
Yes.
It can be totally different things.
But you seem to be very good at finding what we value.
Yeah, that's kind of the job.
How do you find it?
Well, I mean, you make a lot of content and you see what works. You follow your own curiosity, but then you find the places where you're different from the average person.
Yeah.
And then you go from there. And I try to keep my eye on that, you know, because people, like, as I get older, I have to be aware that things that I've known for a long time that don't seem that interesting to me might be something that's very new and exciting to somebody who's not me.
To the new TikTok generation who hasn't learned it yet.
It's great. Yeah, I can use old facts. It's like I think I made a video 10 years ago and I'm like,
This is why the Earth is not flat.
Actually, redheads have a higher tolerance to pain. And I made that SciShow video 10 years ago, but TikTok's like, oh, wow. All the redheads will love that one. Yeah.
Yes. It does come around again.
You're definitely the first guest that we've had that can explain how a hair follicle works. So
Maybe.
no, definitely the
I
first.
think
one.
Amaranth could have got there. This is so fun. Give her enough time.
We've asked a lot of questions on this show before that we've
my
never
gosh.
had a scientist for. This is actually the best moment. So like batteries.
Yeah, what about it?
Dude.
Don't tell about batteries.
He just thinks they're magic. And he's a smart guy.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
weird.
That's what I'm saying. He's a scientist.
We keep saying he's a
Do
scientist.
you think Dr. Mario is a real doctor?
I mean, no. he seems like he's got. I mean, if he is, he's gonna lose.
Go to sleep.
He's gonna lose his license.
Go to bed.
He's just
You're a child.
Yeah, he does just
You
throw
are a
them.
child.
A real doctor.
I know he's like one of those Florida doctors that you go to.
And
we can move
there's
on.
that kid in Florida
When you don't want
who
anybody
pretends
to
to
ask
be
any
a doctor.
I was
questions.
3-1 on that.
Oh shit!
I was 3-1 on that.
This is a lot of points for misogyny. I just want to
Fucking
go.
Well, good job,
You
bro.
picked the side of misogyny.
Who else aren't?
When
Just because he's got that little thing on his head. When have you seen an actual doctor with a mirror on their head?
Hey, I'm your doctor. I got my thing.
I have the thing from old cartoons.
All right,
Do you
take your
trust me?
take your pill. Here it is. I'm holding it.
it's Mario, he's had a long and storied career. He's certified in other things.
Yeah,
I was a plumber before.
He
that.
doesn't seem like a guy
Absolutely.
who would cut corners.
Dr. Mario is a plumber who's also a drug dealer.
Yeah, I was a plumber a month ago. All right, time for your surgery.
We're gonna open you up now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's little brother was saying that you were the Bill Nye of his class.
Do you get that a lot?
When
'Cause
they
I thought
watched
that today.
when they watched science content,
Yeah.
they were watching Crash Course.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I learned that because I had Bill Nye when I was in school, and I was like, that blows my fucking mind. You're aware of this, correct?
Yeah, I accept. I
feels me right
I accept it, but I mean, my perspective is like the great thing about now is that there's so many different Bill Nyes. You know, there's like so many people who get to do it instead of like TV was. If you got a show, there was like Mr. Wizard, and then there was Beakman, and then there was Bill Nye, and like we had it was like in order, and now.
And now
you
we
know,
have Wendover
hundreds of-
production.
Yeah, we have Wendover production.
Yeah.
We got like
Mark
like
Rober.
one person who just does shark stuff. You know, it's like
It's a lot of specialists.
yeah, all over the place.
You know, the first time I encountered you as a content creator, because I don't watch a lot of stuff. I actually get made fun of by these guys a lot. We'll have a guest on. I don't really know what they do.
He never knows who our guests are.
But I think that keeps me fresh and
Yeah.
gives me
He
a
had
good
never seen a
perspective.
Mr. Beast video when we had him on our show.
That is true.
I may never have watched one all the way through.
You're kind of cool for that.
Well, there we go.
It's weird
great.
that he's cool for that, and we don't like him for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
definitely watched the beginning of them. I'm like, this is using a lot of interesting techniques.
He's like,
and it's not for me specifically.
Yeah, I just get scared. So that's probably the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
But speaking of being
like a lot of creators, I'm like into Jimmy as as a professional. I'm like Taylor Swift. I'm like, I love the way that she manages community, and I'm like, her songs are probably good. I don't know. Harry Styles, I love his stage presence. I love the way that he like communicates with his audience. I'm like, I don't want to watch him do a song. I want to watch him like make people feel. You know.
I wanted to say a really nice thing to me right before I fall asleep.
You like
I'll
like
text
Jimmy
him.
putting up the 3 points.
What?
You like his 3-point percentage. You're like, it's just special. The way
Yeah.
he puts the basket in
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I don't watch basketball, but I will watch Steph Curry hit baskets.
Yeah. Speaking of being scared, I had this rabbit hole. It was like during COVID. I really wanted to know how electricity worked. So I start looking up YouTube videos.
Okay.
And then I look at electricity. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't really understand that. And then I was like, well, how computers work. Then I looked up transistors and then silicon and semiconductors.
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
be
well,
Steve Jobs in no time.
and I was like, I said that too.
Halfway there.
Go fuck yourself. And I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, well, so the atoms, and then they do this. And I'm like, wait, what are atoms? How does that work? And then I arrived to your video where you're explaining.
You're like, we have to start at the stop.
I literally did. I went all the way down. I'm like, well, I need to understand atoms to understand semiconductors.
There's Quarks and Hank Green. They're like right next to each
Hey,
other.
John.
That's what I
And I look, and it's you explaining how, because I'm like, something's got to make sense here. Why is chemistry at the basis of just these little circles that like
I
circle
thought
each
you
other?
guys were just gonna ask me if I was circumcised. Honestly.
That's
We'll
good.
get-
That's
we'll get to
good.
it.
Okay, all right, we'll
But-
do chemistry.
And then what do I find but a video of you explaining how no one really knows, and that's
sure.
kind of beautiful. And it's
Yeah.
like music, and I thought that was a very beautiful way to think about it. But let me tell you, Hank Green, I'm still scared. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, why is that scary?
I don't know. No.
Because I learned about atoms. I learned they're in my skin. I get
They're in my
scared.
skin. How are they not touching, but it's touching?
It's all, isn't it? It doesn't need. You don't need to touch.
They don't need
Touching is a you thing.
That's what-
Touching is a thing that you think about. It's not a thing that atoms need.
They don't think about it.
Yeah, they just don't. Atoms don't think about touching.
They're not thinking about touching.
They're just they're but there's forces and everything's being held together by the forces. You don't have to worry about exploding, losing parts or anything except for the hair.
Okay, yeah.
Are they watching in there?
That's it for our producer. Man, I've been eating nothing but jelly donuts all day for 3 days straight.
Yeah,
Dude,
why?
You look bad.
That's because
Why
it's,
look
that's
really
because it's
bad.
one of Factor's 40 different nutritious meal options.
no, that's
you can
the-
get the
that's the
triple,
thing.
No.
triple
That's the
jelly
thing.
donut
Let's
option.
talk about Factor's fresh, never frozen, ready to eat meals. 2 minutes in the microwave.
Breakfast, jelly donuts.
Yup.
Lunch, jelly donuts.
Well,
dinner, jelly donuts. Maybe you heat that one up.
They don't do that.
They have keto jelly donuts, calorie smart jelly donuts, vegan and veggie jelly donuts, and protein plus maple bars. Meals on the menu every week. 30 grams of protein.
Two truths and a lie.
It's actually just all donuts now. It says 55 plus weekly add-on options, but I think it's just 50 donuts that you can get.
Ludwig, reel him in. Reel him in.
No, I'll just gotta let him run out of steam.
All right, he's all tuckered out.
And if you
That's
want-
like what I do.
And if you
It's
want
fun.
your donuts,
Just
you
let
go
them
to factormeals.com/theyard50 and use the code yard50 to get 50% off the jelly donuts that you won't stop eating.
They
and then I keep feeding
specifically
you.
create healthy meals that can be made in 2 minutes.
They
get
dropped
keto
that. They
meals,
dropped this is the
protein
old.
meals.
This is the old slide. It's just they got
They
rid
don't
of
do
it.
that anymore. They changed
Right.
the whole business model. Don't you get it?
It used to be used to be healthy, different meal options.
It used to be
But
really
it's-
healthy, easy to make
They're like
meals.
these
2 minutes.
These
and,
people
like,
don't buy healthy food. It's just what if we sold them donuts?
Right. What else? No, go on.
This
Go on.
is all true, and thank you very much for the last sponsor, Factor. And sorry to cut
Wait,
the guy.
there's a code.
50%.
Oh, Aiden read the code, and he said it's the
code
donut code.
TheYard50 at factormeals.com/TheYard50 to get 50% off your first dozen
Of
Your
donuts.
first dozen. America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. They left that part the same, which is weird, but
Because it's not a kit. If
it's
it's
not
just
really a kit. You just
12
gotta
Donut.
crack
just
it open.
soaking
You don't
jelly
even have to put it in the
donuts.
microwave anymore. You just put it.
So Factor, we could probably look at all the other reads we've done for you and maybe call it even. And yeah, I guess I don't know. Go back to the episode. If you don't want to pay us, we get it.
I wouldn't blame you.
It's cool. This one was kind of, I guess, for us. I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. Let's go back.
Can you explain the basic fundamentals of existence in a brisk way without making me scared? Go.
Oh,
And I'll give you a quick break. While you think about it, are you cut or uncut?
that's gonna do. That's actually a complicated question. So I'm gonna stick with this.
This was easier. He'll handle this. Sorry. And I'm scared easily. So.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to not scare you. I mean,
Scare him.
Just scare him.
I mean, we don't know. Obviously, like there's a lot there. Like I think that there's like potentially an equal number of things that we know and don't know. You know, it's like we know a lot of stuff, but we're still constantly in the process of figuring new things out, which is really cool. And like we have a bunch of new tools with which to figure stuff out, and it's gonna keep happening. Which is why, like being 43 is the process of like really going from science is like a body of the things that we know to being like, no, science is the tools that we use to figure things out, and it is still in progress, like still very much in progress. So I've like so much has changed since I was in college, even where like I couldn't teach you biology the same way I learned it. It would be wrong in some ways.
Really?
Like, there'd be pieces of it that are really important that we just didn't know back then. But I mean, if things can exist, they exist. That's a big one. But like at the base of it, we don't know why stuff exists.
Yeah.
And that's like really weird. Like we don't there's like there doesn't seem to be any particular reason why this is a universe that has stuff versus a universe that has nothing.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
But like obviously stuff can exist, or because it does. And so
Yeah, I've been saying the opposite. I think he's got me on this one.
Touch it.
Do you think that nothing exists?
No, I think things exist.
Yeah, and like that's like, and if things can, and like the big like cool part of the part of the world, like the universe that we are in, is that this thing like happened with chemistry where like things that were able, like there was more of any chemical that was able to make more of itself, which makes sense, right? Like if it can make more of itself, there will be more of it.
Yes.
But like that just kept happening until cells happened. And cells just kept happening until like
Now we have
The
Xbox.
semiconductors, and then there's the Xbox, and then there's the Urzik stand, and we could drop down.
We
and
we play
play
Warzone.
Warzone, and we loot, and then
My guns are always worse
ninth.
than my opponents.
But
Maybe we get
it's
ninth.
cool because we learned so much. Because 100 years ago we were so dumb and we gave cigarettes to babies.
100 years ago, we
stronger.
found out the fundamentals of existence, and it freaked everyone out. And
Yeah.
William Faulkner got freaked the fuck out and wrote a bunch of weird stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what happened to William Faulkner.
That's what happened. Everyone was
Makes
losing
sense.
But I
their
think in
mind.
100
That's
years from now
modernism.
we'll be like, oh, we were dumb 100 years ago.
No,
No,
for
I think
sure.
I think it's a bell curve. Because I look back like 1,000 years and I'm like, damn, they could paint.
White boy could paint.
And I'm looking at people now and I'm like, we're making
we could-
TikToks. Who cares?
We can still paint.
I don't know if we paint like that, bro.
Nobody cares.
I go to the
anymore.
Getty. I'm not looking up and I'm like,
Dude,
that's
you
crazy.
know how I know no one cares? Because you go on TikTok and you'll see a live stream and it's painting 7 famous people at once with my hands and my toes and my
Yeah.
butt cheeks.
It's pretty cool.
And then it's got like 30 viewers.
It's got 30 viewers, and then you swipe one more, and it's like peeling an egg, 10,000 viewers. And it's like, oh, we can do it. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. I think we can do it. No one gives a shit. I think it's about like we always want to be doing something different, and you have to like know so much to see what's different. Sometimes that like I'm really interested in like the science fiction novels that are written for science fiction fans versus the science fiction novels that are super popular. They're all very different, because if you're like a super fan of a thing, you know all the tropes, you know all the things, and so like you want to.
Expectations to be subverted
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
yeah. Whereas if you want to write like a really poppy thing, you can't be subverting expectations all the time, because people are like, I thought this is not what I thought was gonna happen, and I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, and they throw the book at the wall.
I thought this was going to explain batteries to me. I don't know. This is going too far.
This sucks.
What's your go-to, like, you have someone who isn't interested in science and they kind of want to be, or they're asking a question. What's your go-to, like, realm of thinking of thing to explain to them that's like, I'm going to break your brain?
I should have slept more.
For me,
last night.
it was like learning about like aluminum and heat transfer and how ice melts on it faster. Like when I learned it the first time, I was like, that's crazy. Why does that fucking happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think like one of my big unlocks is that air is stuff. Like we all know that air is stuff. Like you stuck your hand out a car window.
Right.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, and I do the
and it's
dolphin
much
thing.
more stuff
I
there
make my
than
own
it is
as a
normally.
dolphin.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's air
I
is
can
so
make it
mu-
more stuff or
air is
less
so
stuff?
much stuff that if you like shoot a spacecraft at Mars, which doesn't even have very much air at all, and you just like go straight into the atmosphere, it'll like explode. It's like hitting a planet of air. It's because it's too fast.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
In space?
Computer,
Wait.
rewind.
No, like
Explain.
Steal it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Steal a brim.
Steal a brim,
Bring that back. You're saying,
Yeah.
When you
say that
enter
again.
Mars's atmosphere, you explode on it.
You have to like hit it right.
I can do it. Mark Wahlberg can bring us there.
Mark Wahlberg would hit it
Mark
right.
Wahlberg can hit it right. He can get us there.
Or Aiden's dad,
Give
who
him
was
an
a pilot.
F-16. So you'd like slow
I
down
think like
enough.
Mark Rober would do a better job than Mark Wahlberg.
But what about
Mark,
the
hold
buddy
on.
cop duo?
Look, TV guy, I got a
Mark
show for
Rober
you.
and Mark Wahlberg.
Mark v. Mark. It's a TV
Yes.
show where we pin them together in
have to
various
go to Mars.
tasks.
Yeah, they sent him to Mars with oxygen and only enough for one man.
There's some science about right now for I don't really know why this is important, but if you put hyperoxygenated fluid into a person's rectum, it can help them need less oxygen during certain circumstances where you can't ventilate their lungs.
Aiden,
Oh.
Aiden, we're
I
gonna
get it.
need you to.
We're gonna
We're gonna
need you to
get
take
some
one for the team.
hyperoxidized fluid in your ass.
You know a guy, right?
So that's like because it's really audience dependent. I felt like that was the fact that this particular audience was.
is that
No,
just
this is good.
Is this just whippets?
This is
It's
just.
like, do you do whippets in your ass?
She's like,
Look at me. Look what I'm wearing.
Zipper does.
Yeah.
Speaking
It
of,
makes me feel like you don't know what whippets are, which I think is good news.
you said circumstances, which reminded me of a different word.
Okay, yeah.
So why don't we circum back
Yeah.
to How is it complicated?
Well, so one time I was at the doctor,
Mm.
and he asked me, and we had just done the stuff without the pants.
Okay.
What? You
Yeah.
fucked your doctor? It's like a power dynamic thing.
And, yeah, you can't. That's not allowed. But it's,
You've
that's
been on
not-
YouTube this
that's not
long,
what
they give you certain
happened.
coverage.
And he said, "Are you circumcised?" And I was like, "Well, I feel like you would know."
Yeah.
Wait, while he's down there, he asked you that question?
Yeah,
I feel like he should know.
exactly.
Okay.
I'm getting a new doctor, I think, in that situation.
Or you could have been told by your mother at a previous time, years before, you had been asked, "Does it like look normal?" And I'm like, "I think so." And she was like, "Cause they said that they like went halvesies."
What?
you don't have an innie or an outie?
Yeah,
You have the middle.
They went Dutch on your shit.
yeah, like they had to for some reason. Like there was a reason why they couldn't do the whole.
This is experimental doctor stuff.
I know, and I thought I thought I was totally normal, and I think that it looks normal.
The
Yeah.
doctor like
And it gets
But,
the
like-
job done. You got kid.
the doctor takes a blunt out of his mouth. He's like, "Guys, check out this shit." And everyone's crowding around. Whoa!
Yeah. It's like, what if we like maybe like going all the way, like circumcision not medically necessary.
Right.
But what if
Yeah.
like what if you like have to do it like but what if it's like, well, we will still like you still want to do it, but like not like, why not just go half?
I can only what I'm
And I like I don't know like I honestly don't know if it was like a mistake or but like
Or an artistic decision.
just this
Yeah.
close to asking to see your penis right now.
yeah, it's like it would conclude everything. But when you were like growing up and you would like I don't know see porn or something like any young man would, where you're like,
well this no.
okay,
See, I think that it only looks different when it's not hard.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And in porn, it's not like that.
I don't see a lot of soft penis porn.
Well, okay.
It's not my particular.
Big subgenre.
We'll just end it with one final question. Which half of the room would you like to align with?
Oh my God, you have to pick.
Because
This is the first guest we
Well,
said
I
pick
was
the
gonna
half of the
say
room.
say he might be uniting the tribes right now, and maybe the battle is
There it
maybe
is.
the war is over.
Not
war's
Okay.
over.
The war is over.
This is
It's a
Christmas
ceasefire.
World War
It's a
One.
temporary ceasefire.
Christmas Day World War One.
I don't respect
I'm down.
Christmas Day
I'm
World
down
War One.
for one day.
Christmas Day
just
World
for
War
one
One.
day.
a reluctant alliance.
I'm gonna introduce it. We're joining something. It's called the League of Nations, and it's gonna solve all conflict going forward.
It's going to be amazing.
Everyone is going to listen, and my nation that I'm a part of is going to join it immediately.
There's a history on the podcast too.
Yeah, so we're kind of smart, I think.
around a little bit.
These guys are the history buffs.
I do like history.
I do. I have a science question for you. That I had. Do you know who Tarek is? Tarek, the professional gamer streamer.
Not
We had
immediately.
him on last week, and I asked him this question. He couldn't answer it,
Okay.
which is why can't you go smaller than the Planck distance?
Oh, I don't know.
Why?
You asked Tarek that?
no,
What is
but
he talking about?
I was like, that'd be crazy.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
What does
It's
that
a
mean?
math thing, and I don't know what it. I don't- yeah.
the Planck is the
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 smallest, like,
smallest
measurable
amount
thing,
of
right?
measurement
Okay.
that something can be. But why? Can't
It's because nobody
you-
came up with a name
But
yet
why can't?
for the next thing.
No, it's not that. It's like, you can't, yeah, I do know that at least. According to our current understanding, there's like some reason why you can't cut a Planck length in half and have it be like a physical unit of the universe.
You're reaching the same end that
I
I
don't
did
know
with
why.
semiconductors. Now you're about to experience the terror of existence and how all nothing's touching.
Why is it terrifying?
I don't know. Because this
It's
is so
cool.
many Planks, Ludwig.
I
But why
think
can't
that,
it be
like,
more
so
of
I
something
think-
else?
I think what's upsetting about it is that like we have a experience of the world, you know, like touching exists.
It does.
And then-
Touch him.
But it also doesn't. Like, because what the thing that we think of as touching isn't like particles touching.
Oh, you're
And
like
also,
not actually touching, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you're like the electromagnetic forces are pushing against.
They're
each
playing
other.
the I'm not touching you game at all
Yeah.
times.
And winning.
And
So
with each
existence
other,
is
too.
malicious compliance.
A little bit, but it's fine. It doesn't change your subjective experience.
What if the horror of the knowing changes my subjective experience?
Oh, Well, that's a you problem.
But you also don't know.
You don't have to know.
Can
We
you-
didn't used to know. It was a long time that we didn't know. And
like
then
so
suddenly we
long.
did.
Life was simpler.
We always thought we kind of knew a lot, though.
Don't we always think we know a lot?
Yeah, we had some great stories.
From
Like
the
I
know
know
lots.
for a fact you're wearing a diaper right now.
like some things are.
They put Aristotle in jail for that.
Yeah, him and Hunted pee. Same
There's
same
a little
line.
bag next to you. Can you pass it around? Or just pass it to me, I
okay.
guess.
Yeah.
I was at a show. I did a show last night, and at the venue, this woman who owned the theater was like, "I bought too much chocolate. Each one of these chocolates is $2, and they're from France, and I have a whole warehouse full of them." And I was like, "Well, seems like a large
A
mistake.
warehouse full?
I don't know if she meant a whole warehouse, but this isn't it. And this
Oh,
like you get everybody if you would like a little chocolate from France.
It's a great nation of France.
Yeah.
You know
I
what's
love
fun about this
France.
chocolate? It doesn't exist. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah. But am I touching it? Not really. Do I even taste it? I don't know. I don't
This
think
is
so.
like watching The Matrix again, but
There's also Starburst in there. That's just mine.
It is actually Staubbaus. It's local region.
Yeah, it has to come from the region of
Or
Starburst.
else you can't legally.
Wait,
call
this
it
is so
Starburst.
fancy. Why is it shaped like
it should look like a Lego foot.
Yeah, mini ramp?
$2 a candy. I can tell you what it is.
Thank you.
Hey, food review. We're doing mukbang.
I think they're different from each other too.
14 Bastille Day.
Welcome back to the Epic Yard food review.
You guys know so much.
I just know a little bit about French in France, but I don't know much about anything. But I also don't like knowing stuff.
He does not speak the language. He only speaks in an accent. As a
I think
comedy.
I think that probably the difference between like a person who knows a lot and a person who knows a little is probably like 1% of the facts between the two of them.
Do you think it comes down to that?
I think that like most people probably know exactly the same amount.
Well, but ain't
It's just
there
like
some
so much
quote
stuff.
who's like, is some smart dude, and he's like, you know, you're actually kind of goated when you know that you don't know a lot.
Yeah.
And that's cooler than either being smart or being dumb and thinking you know a lot.
Wait, this is Dunning-Kruger, right?
No.
No. It's the power
Tumblr.
to accept that which you cannot change.
Those are
You're doing the AA slogan.
cat in a box.
Yeah,
It's like there.
and it's there, and you
You're
feed
talking
it,
about
you
the
feed
guy.
It chocolate.
You're talking about the guy who doused himself in lemon and tried to rob a bank because he thought it would make
Right.
you turn invisible.
And then the part where there's only one set of footsteps in the sand, that's when I was carrying you.
I'm lost.
This guy's good.
Is this spicy?
Mine is, yeah.
Mine's spicy.
Different ones.
Mine's not spicy. Mine tastes like
It's a
chili rouge. Chili rouge.
Do you? Okay, this is you made me think about something. Do you? Because you don't seem to have a fear of the fact that these things aren't known, or maybe some things are unknowable in that sense. But like when I was a kid, I used to be really, really into astronomy, and I would get sad when I could not know something, or I could not witness something, no matter how ridiculous it was. So you know how there's like those red giant, super giant stars that like burn really fast and they die a lot faster. And we can see them in the past because of how long light takes to travel. And then I found out that in like the present day, there's very likely like none of those left because they've all burned out.
Well,
Like,
none of the ones
because
we
so
can
much
see.
time has passed.
I think there's new ones being formed that we can't see.
Still.
I think so.
And that
But there
pissed
will
you
be
off.
but there will be a time when like those ones can't even exist anymore.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
and
There will be a time when stars like ours can't exist anymore.
Yeah, and then 9-year-old Aiden found that out in a book, and
Yeah.
and I was really sad that like those stars wouldn't get to exist
I'm
anymore.
the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was
pissed me off.
I think I was
a
eating a
bunch.
Hot Pocket at this time. I think I was chilling.
You were recording Call of Duty with your Hop Hog HD PVR, and I was reading my fucking book about the solar system.
the nerd and the jock at school.
I probably had the same HD PVR as you when I was 27 years old.
Oh my god, I was 13.
Baby.
I
Wait,
was
what were you
12.
using the HD PVR for?
I'd made video game videos back in the day. I had a channel called
Please.
Hank's Channel or Hank Games.
Pink games.
Hank Games would play like Mario.
Hell yeah.
I've probably
Like
watched this at some
Conroy.
point.
Did you always just have it in you to want to put stuff out? I feel like that's sort of antithesis to being like a nerd.
Why do you put out so much?
Which kind of thing?
Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like you seem to have always desired an audience to.
I don't think that's
do
not
something.
a nerd thing.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that isn't a nerd thing. Or you're saying it's not a nerd thing.
I think it's not a nerd thing.
Interesting.
You're a nerd, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Show me your bicep. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
No, you can't give him that.
Of course I am. Like I was in high school. What the fuck you?
Yeah.
I played Final
I think-
Fantasy. I'm wearing a shirt with cloud on it from Final Fantasy from McDonald's.
He's a Final Fantasy McDonald's.
Here's my
shirt.
guess.
Okay,
I think maybe classically it's been harder for nerds to find each other, but the internet has made it easier than ever.
That was certainly a thing for
Yeah.
sure.
But you have that feeling inside you, like I,
I
want to
love
be in
making
front
stuff.
of. Yeah.
I loved in like middle school. I loved being in front of an audience.
Okay.
I mean, I was a huge nerd and people bullied me, but I was like funny on stage, and that was like where people felt like I would feel in charge and in control. And comedy is like that, where it's like when it's going well, everybody in the room, you're like conducting them like an orchestra.
Yeah, they want to laugh. They want to be there having fun.
Yeah, they want to be there, but they don't. But you also can make them do things they don't want to do. Like you can make them feel sad, and then make them laugh about feeling sad. You can make them feel uncomfortable about death or about like the size of the universe, and then you can make them laugh about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think Dan Harmon had a quote. He's like, "When you're the funny guy in high school, no, you don't get a girlfriend, but you get invited to all the parties." I always thought that was pretty funny
Yeah. Yeah.
because I think that's a pretty common experience for like the funny guy or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Girls liked me. Okay. in high
That's
school.
because you're tall as fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, cheat
And
code.
you're
Yeah.
handsome.
Cheat code.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I was surprised that I was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at when were you surprised and how like you just looked in the mirror? You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
No, like I looked in the mirror and I was like, that guy's not cute. But like, girls would be like, we should kiss.
Wow.
Okay, all right, let's give it a little bit for that.
Oh, hey. I mean,
the
audience. They didn't like come up and be like, we should. I mean, I was like, I like write notes to girls and be like,
You hound?
Dog angry.
Yeah, that was like,
Absolute
I mean,
hound.
in high school, you write a note to a girl and like she'll either ignore it or not.
That's such a scientist way to think about it. It's
I'm collecting data.
I mean, it's
Of how
terrifying.
many
It
bitches at the
wasn't
school
cool.
they were sale?
terrifying.
Hypothesis: your phone number has 7 digits.
That'd be great. That's a great line.
I got. I'll tell
I
you.
would use that.
You hit me up whenever you need.
Okay.
I had exactly one girlfriend in high school.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a sensitive question?
Uh-huh.
Can we get sensitive?
We won't laugh.
Why are you looking down all sad?
Yeah, you don't. I think you're gonna not.
Don't laugh.
Okay.
What, Aiden? What?
I'm laughing at something.
laughing at us, man.
It's like it's funny back.
I had a puppet animal.
I didn't know about you or your brother for a long time until I was on Tumblr.
Oh no. Oh, this is gonna. I'm excited.
And there was a post
Uh-huh.
that your brother made on his Tumblr account,
yeah,
which got changed and actually changed the rules of the website because of it.
We could talk about this for at least an hour if you want, but let's go.
We don't need to, but I will say I was on Tumblr so much that I ended up memorizing that just from seeing it so much.
right.
So what they did for context,
Like the whole paragraph?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not just the first line, which is also in here.
The second line is probably the funniest one, which is balls smell amazing.
Yeah.
But basically,
Can you recite a little bit of it for us?
cock is one of my favorite tastes. Not only that, but balls smell amazing.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
You saw the cock part, you're like, okay,
so
he's got something.
He made a post, and then you could reblog on Tumblr, and someone changed it to this copy pasta about really just loving like cum in your mouth or something, and it was very crass. And John Green got like clowned for it like incessantly, and that's all I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the guy that happened to.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Like that's 100% of the John Green facts you know?
Yes. And then later on, I learned he wrote books, and I was like, okay. And I was like,
Yeah,
well, he
like a really famous book.
And I was like, those books probably suck. Like everything
Oh my God.
was colored from that experience.
What's crazy, that book, Fault in Our Stars, starts with the same paragraph.
So, I mean, you're not him, but like, What's that like from your perspective?
Well, yeah. So first of all, the mythology is that because this happened, Tumblr changed the website.
Yes.
Which is not true.
Okay.
Obviously that's a flaw. If you can make it look like somebody said something else.
Yes.
So they were working on a product to fix that thing already when this happened because it was happening more and more.
Okay.
It's also happening on Twitter with the old quote retweets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Old quote retweets.
You just change it?
It would literally just fucking copy and paste their text.
Oh yeah.
And then you just write whatever else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So people there were people who were really mad at John for being upset about it and writing to the guy who ran Tumblr and changing the website and making it not fun anymore. And that I didn't like. I'm like, don't be mad at a guy for doing a thing that didn't literally happen.
So then none of that happened and he was catching shit for it.
So he got shit for that. But it was really weird because it became such a thing. And so here's how I like to think about it. When I was in high school, I hated Dave Matthews Band. But not because I didn't like their music, because the people who hated me loved Dave Matthews Band.
Okay.
And so like me and my friends, because we were a little outcast.
What'd you like, KMFDM?
I didn't hate KMFDM.
Beast.
We listened to like punk and ska and like girl rock and
Okay, like garbage and shit. The band Garbage.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Sorry. Go ahead.
And we would say some shit about Dave Matthews, right? But we didn't have any way to say some shit about Dave Matthews in a way Dave Matthews would ever see it. And then to be Dave Matthews in this situation where like you have a relationship with the platform and you like are doing a thing. And then people are like, I want to define myself in opposition to like this cultural institution, which is a man. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable even hearing that like that your thought was, oh, the cock is my favorite taste guy. He must rate bad books.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the consequence of this access.
Yeah. Yeah. It's super weird. And it's like, but like also I see it as like a, on the scale of the problems of the internet, a fairly minor inconvenience.
Sure.
Isn't it so weird that like 2007 and we're like goof around on YouTube, and then like 2008 it's like everybody's having so much fun. 2010 it's like it's a goof times. 2014 goof. 2024 it's like the world might end because of this thing.
Yeah. You see the first like realistic Joe Biden AI video and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's like YouTube was like, how are we gonna make this platform more compelling? I don't know. We'll like create systems that make algorithms that like give people content that they're more likely to spend a lot of time watching. And it's like, oh, like we're not like looking at what's in those videos. So like turns out that like fake shit and moral outrage is like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Now everybody hates each other. And then let's put everybody in a box for 2 years so they think that everybody nearby them might kill them with the disease and then see how that goes.
That makes me pessimistic because it's like you said the difference between someone knowing and not knowing random two people is like 1%. But to me, it doesn't feel that way. I feel like isolated from people who like don't know or don't understand that like the cock is my favorite taste is a wrong thing because it's ultimately making fun of homosexuality or something. Right.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel alone a lot of the times because of that.
Because there's so like
because there's millions of people clicking a video that says actually like if you're woke you're gay and plus ratio. Yeah.
I think that the internet is really good at finding the differences and magnifying them. I saw a tweet this morning that was like it pulled a tweet that was like today we remember Vladimir Lenin and how great he was. And somebody retweeted and it was like, how can we forget the lessons of history? Millions of people, like Lenin killed some. And like, I'm like, this tweet that you pulled out of nowhere had like 50 likes. Like, like it's not like a common belief among Democrats that Lenin was dope.
People do love doing that.
Yeah. And it's just like, we're so good at like, the filter bubble was supposed to be like, you can't hear people outside. But it became, you can only hear the craziest motherfuckers from outside.
Well, I think retweet culture is one of the worst parts of twitter.com.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you as an avid twitter.com user, and also for whatever reason, Threads user still.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I get notifications still, and it is Hank Green posted a thread.
Turn it off. Unless you want to see my threads, because they're great.
I
Say,
haven't.
close your fucking eyes then, little bro.
I haven't opened the app, but I like to
Cyberbullying is
keep
not
up.
even real.
Okay.
So why do you still use Twitter so much?
It's just a addiction. It's like I mean, so there's two reasons. One, sometimes I can't stop myself, and I have a thought, and I want to see if people will laugh at my joke, or I want to see people will think about my thought.
I like to call this the cookie.
Cookie.
It's a
Yeah.
cookie, and you want
I
to
just
eat
want a
it.
cookie. I want a cookie.
I
I
wanna
want
eat
a
it.
little, I want a
Yeah,
little
it's
treat.
good,
I want a little
man.
treat, and by a little treat, I mean get abused by strangers.
Mm.
And so there's that piece of it, and then there's the piece of it where it's like it's functionally useful to me. Like it's useful for selling tickets to shows, useful for selling charity products, useful for letting people know about new things we're doing.
Was the
And
show
to-
sold out on Tuesday?
It was, yeah.
That's crazy.
Go.
Yeah, I don't have any not sold out shows this tour.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's the show you did it within 24 hours.
Yeah. So the comedy show I was going to canceled, and I booked the venue.
Yeah, that's some
crazy.
beast shit.
That is
That's
you shut down the Gucci store.
What if we got some sort of program, some sort of app that allowed us to learn how to tell
okay.
Shake Drizzle that
I like
our money
A
long?
little bit with the phone. I like
A
that.
little bit with the phone.
You
Just
know
a
what you
tiny
could
bit.
use is you could use Babbel.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Which, if you don't know, is an app to learn language, quick 10-minute lessons. Over 150 language experts. They got someone checking there.
Aiden thinks he's special. Aiden's been learning a different language because he doesn't want to destroy Shake Drizzle.
How do you
No.
say dog
dog.
in Mandarin?
Cow.
How do you say my money long?
He just said cow.
No,
Cow.
You're lying.
Okay,
Cow's
so
a different
so
animal.
clearly he's not using Babbel
That's the
because that
wrong
does not make
animal. It's
sense
correct.
to me.
Oh, you
at
might have been
all.
the wrong-
Oh, you've been using it. Give me one instant it's helped you in real life.
Anyway, it's designed by real people for real conversations. Lessons are easy, accessible, and Aiden learned how to say cow. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel's probably going to work for you too. Tell us about more cow stuff you've learned, Aiden.
I'm using Babbel to study Mandarin. I'm taking this.
Well, then how do I say, hey, my money long?
my money long? Woman shi pengyo.
Okay.
The word for money is woman?
And that's the correct
It
word.
is in my mind.
That I said it right. And right now, there's a limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off of your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners.
There's
Only
no-
if you've listened.
There's no other. If you read the podcast, you may be
It's
excluded.
only for listeners, and this is the only podcast in the world they'll ever do a deal with ever, and that's a promise, Babbel.
It's only for good listeners too. So be a good listener.
If you're a bad listener, they'll know.
Yeah, you gotta be
So
a
it's
good listener.
babbel.com/theyard, one word.
That's-
55% off, babbel.com/theyard.
It's spelled babbel.com/theyard.
Yeah, and rules and restrictions may apply. And,
We don't know
and
why we're
cools-
saying that.
And cools and prescriptions for this guy.
Yeah.
So
Why? What rules? What restrictions?
The rules, you have to be a good little
They
listener.
may apply, but they might not. We don't know about the rules
you
and restrictions.
have to be good for us.
now let's get back to us babbling.
Do you feel a guilt in the idea that people will just show up because they like you and laugh at your jokes because they like you instead of like if you're actually funny or not?
Yeah, I'm worried. I worried about that. And so I made a good show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the only thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
So I think about that too, where we talk about doing live stuff, and it's like, what if they just show up because they like us, and then like we don't get the feedback?
I think
and-
that's the only that gets them in the door, but that's it.
Yeah.
Like if it's an actual bad product, they're not done, and they won't keep coming
I
back.
don't know if that's true. I feel like there's like this subgenre of like comedian right now that is like really big because of like maybe they're. I'm just gonna say Matt Rife. I'm just gonna say
Okay.
Matt Rife,
Girly
and
pop?
who is really good, I would say, at doing crowd work generally, right?
Yeah.
And his
Or,
crowd
yeah.
work clips became really popular,
Yeah.
and that is what popularizes him. And
Yeah,
then
one of two things.
that's that's the mechanism that gets people in the door for the show that is not all crowd work. A lot of it
Yeah.
is just normal stand up that I think if he had to live and die by the merits of just his stand up, people wouldn't be showing up in that
Yeah.
amount.
I mean, first of all, like crowd work's great and important, and like people love it.
Yeah,
like
it's
live,
fun.
like not just clips. People love it in the room.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I get like the vibe that people are like, God, why are we in the crowd work era? It's so boring. And I'm like, crowd work's great. Like it's fucking cool. And,
Yeah.
but
Part of the show.
But yeah, and I think that you are right that like when you're in the popular mind, like Matt Rife is, or like you know, Rob Schneider is. Like Rob Schneider can still go sell out a room and he doesn't have to do good stand up.
Yeah, I think
That's
this happens.
crazy.
I think this happens through TV shows a lot, right?
Isn't
There's
he
people
doing
who
like
have
the,
become
the
like
woke comedy? Isn't that his bit right now?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
I think
paying
so.
attention.
Dude, if you're a ride or die for Deuce Bigelow, I want to meet that person.
But I think there are probably
It's just
better.
like you see it on the thing and like it's like, you know, like we have a date night. You know?
I've done this actually. I've realized now. I went to see David Koechner.
Who's that?
He was the guy in Anchorman who was balding.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, you've seen his face.
No?
His stand-up was the worst of the group.
feel like
And it could have been a bad night.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I feel like oftentimes when you're the like, you got so much going on, and you like have to be the anchor of the show, and you're the reason people are coming out, and then you're like featuring other comedians, but you don't have time to try and put together good material.
That's what it felt like. It felt like
yeah.
I just need to show up on the stage for 10 minutes because
Yeah.
my face is on the thing.
Yeah,
I don't. It's not that I don't think these people should have success either. Like if you as an example, right? As long as the person acknowledges that this is like a separate product that they need to spend time on and make good.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I had no idea how hard it is. I was like, I wrote it, and I was like, writing it was fairly easy, like writing the first like draft of it. But then to actually take that and turn it into a usable product and get good at being on the stage, it was like,
How long you got? Like 30 minutes or something?
I'm up there for like 90.
What?
Holy shit!
You're
You've
doing
got
90
90
minutes?
Oh my God.
That's crazy. What's
Yeah,
your?
I mean,
what-
I mean, I can do 90. I usually do like 70 and I cut stuff.
How long have you been
that's
doing it?
insane.
I started, I started when I was finishing radiation. So like that was 5 months ago.
You are such a grinder.
my-
What the fuck is the matter?
I got a
with you?
coach.
Okay.
I got a coach. I got a co-writer who helped me like punch it up.
Mm.
And yeah, so like I'm like not at all above like being like, please people who are good at this,
I think
Help,
like,
yeah.
fucking watch me and tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Bo Burnham kind of talked about this on what isn't it, the Green Room, that show? But he was basically like, he started on YouTube, then kind of got a comedy special and skipped like the brick wall. And I think
Yeah.
in comedy, like specifically, there's kind of this like, I don't know if it's a desire, but there's like this long held sort of pillar of it of winning a crowd over with your humor. And I think that you're kind of tapping into like talking about like, well, what if we've won them over already?
Yeah.
So when we show up, they're primed to like want to like us and laugh, and it feels cheap. It feels like you're skipping an important step of like,
Yeah.
I want to earn it. I
Totally.
want to win them over. But I think
like-
you have to just not think about it.
I think you have to move past that.
Yeah.
And like I have to try to not feel guilty about it, which I totally do.
yeah. yeah.
But like there's also an element of I don't know.
Who's
I
your
don't know,
favorite
Bo's probably a good example of somebody who, you know, got to skip that barrier initially, but make something absolutely
Oh yeah,
incredible,
nobody
right?
thinks that Bo isn't funny,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. He was one of like the first
And-
to make that jump specifically.
Yeah, and like there's a bunch of tools that you get to use when you have an audience who already knows who you are, and you can be funnier. Like I can make jokes about being a science guy getting cancer or something because they know that that's a thing.
There's like more social context to latch on to. That
Yeah.
They know. Yeah.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh my god,
All time.
I mean,
Now.
currently operating who you haven't heard of, it feels like is a good one to go. Like Chris Fleming,
I don't know.
so fucking weird. But like Bo Burnham is up there for me for sure. Eddie Izzard is up there for me. I like the and like still out there doing it.
Eddie, he had this bit about shooting Scrappy Doo with a revolver.
She. now.
She. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Wild, right?
She had the,
Scrappy Doo. I don't know what to say that joke.
It's such a. It's,
It's funny to hear all that.
She wanted to shoot Scrappy Doo with a revolver.
And it was so funny.
Yeah.
I saw it when I was like 12, and I was like, "This is it.
Yeah.
We've done it."
Yeah. I was probably in high school. Well, I remember this like going to my friend's house and like we had the DVD like at his apartment and like that was so good.
Yeah.
That was like the first stand-up comedy I ever watched. And I like clowns. I like people who aren't super polished and refined. Like I love a John Mulaney show, but I'm like, man, every single one of these words is in the exact right order, and I need people to be like lost a little bit sometimes, or to feel lost, even if they aren't.
Okay. Interesting. What's your favorite joke that you have?
Oh,
What's the one you're most proud of?
great work. I mean, this isn't probably not the one I'm most proud of, but Here's the joke. I'll just do the whole thing.
Yeah, do the bit.
So
Boo!
Pipe down.
any cancers in the audience?
Oh.
Yeah, we got one. This is about how we all need to apologize that you got the worst name for a star sign. And that star signs really read like a list written by a person for whom the mushrooms are kicking in. Like you start out as just cool animals. It's like bulls, great. I'll put that one of those. Bulls, scorpions, yeah, that's fucking cool. Yeah, a lion, okay, yeah, that. Fish, and you're like, fish is a lot of animals, man. That's like half the vertebrates. And then you keep going, and like human twins, and a woman carrying water, and a goatfish, and scales, like fish scales, no, for like measuring, and cancer, and you're like, I'm putting cancer on the list, dude, because cancer's like either a crab or like the worst possible thing. But you did get the 69 as the little logo, and that's a nice constellation prize.
That's good. He's pretty good, man.
You're funny, man.
Signed off by Slime.
You're pretty funny,
You're
man.
funny, man.
All right. We're the same.
No, you're not.
Not the same.
I think
not the same.
I think we're the same.
We actually had an entire bit earlier about how you're not the same.
Here, hold on. Let's do that. Here, why don't you tell us your best joke? You're the same.
There was this whole thing about how white women love to fuck dogs. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that not just bring the house down?
All right, you're the same.
God, you guys are the same.
It's good. We're the same.
The only time I ever tried to write stand-up was in college.
That
and
was so scary, by the way, to do a bit to 4 people.
Yeah.
you killed it. That's good.
You even did the physicality.
That's
yeah.
my favorite is where I like act
That's
as if I'm on mushrooms.
That's how I know you're a fucking grinder. Because someone says, "Hey, do it." At Thanksgiving dinner, it's like, "You're the comedian, right? Do your joke. Do your
I
jokes."
wouldn't do it at Thanksgiving.
You're a YouTuber, longtime YouTuber. You've seen trend recently. I'm assuming you've seen this trend of YouTubers quitting.
Yes.
Probably some buddies of yours because you've been in this bitch for so long.
Yeah.
Tom, Scott, you guys go way back.
We do go.
Okay,
back
see,
a bit.
I figured. Yeah. I was making a joke, but
Matt, Pat, and I actually go kind of back.
Matt, Pat, and you go way back. And you, as far as I know, have never quit. You just keep doing new and different things.
Yeah, no, what I've done instead is failed at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just fail and then no one thinks you're quitting.
But you also succeed at stuff, and I guess
Yeah,
it
that's
still
a real
continues. So have you thought about it? Like, does it make you think like, oh, should I do you like hard closes?
Yeah, I love hard closes. And it's weird because like you write a novel and at the end of that, it's a hard close, right? Mm-hmm. And so I like wrote a novel and I wrote the sequel and I'm like never going back to those characters again. And nobody thinks I like retired from novelism.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's what it's called.
Yeah. I learned that in college.
And YouTube is weird because it's not like that. Like you're just supposed to upload every day or every week or whatever your schedule is.
Well, it's also not characters; it's the person.
And it is you. Yeah. Well, it's not just you. It's also like you're usually making a product.
Yeah.
You know. And so like that's kind of what's nice about Theorist is like it's a thing and it's had people do things that aren't Matt or Stephanie and the like so it sort of makes sense to go off on its own. And also like Tom Scott. I know this guy. He's not quitting making stuff.
Yeah.
He's not quitting creativity. I feel like he's opening up some space for him to figure out what other interesting thing he can do. So I like to think of what Tom Scott did, which is an amazing body of work, as a body of work, right? Not like a career. It's not like he's retiring from and he's going to go play canasta in Florida. Mm-hmm. He's made this. Just like you can write a book and then you're done. Like there's a last page of the book. And that's not weird. That's not like sad that the book ended. But I feel like that project is just like an amazing body of work that you can go back to over and over again. And he's gonna like make a bunch of other cool stuff. I don't really feel like people are quitting to me. It feels like people are having the freedom to try new things, which I think is very good.
So they're just quitting their book series that everybody likes. And they're ending that, and then they're gonna make something new.
Especially if you can find like a good way to wrap the series, you know. Mm-hmm.
And he made one of the biggest series of all time.
Yeah. There's like you talk about a YouTube channel as a body of work, but a lot of times I think most of the content is actually just like a slop treadmill, right? like you were saying, like you
Right,
have
but
to.
not Tom Scott.
Not
That's like a
Tom Scott, of
wild
course.
thing about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But they're like, does that apply universally to like Ludwig's got some really insane, beautiful videos, but he also has like Reddit recap number 87.
The ASMR slime YouTuber, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
It's been a long run. I really appreciate all you guys for the
Yeah.
And
time.
it's the same platform.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, YouTube isn't like it's. I don't know what to compare it to. Like, you can't just think of it like movies, because we have like an idea of what movies are like, and there's a lot of barriers to movie. You think of it more like music, where there's a lot of shitty music out there, and there's like really fractured the music world. Like, I can go on Spotify and find somebody who gets 20 million streams a month, and nobody's ever heard of them, right? And there's like a lot of like, yeah, so it's all over the place, and like, to some extent, like if you're a slime YouTuber and you did really well and you're tired and you don't want to be a slime YouTuber anymore and you have $2 million in the bank, like, take a break, figure out what's next. Like, maybe you're going to be an ad executive now.
The question is, do you say to your audience, no more slime? Or do you just stop posting?
I think you say no more slime.
You're doing an Irish goodbye.
Irish goodbye to
Don't
slime
Irish
ASMR.
goodbye. I mean, lots of people Irish goodbye their YouTube channels. They're just
do.
usually not
Yeah.
very big.
And then you just have the comments for years, like, who's still watching in 2024?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think those comments are posted by YouTube. I don't
Like-
because they're on every video. I think
Yeah,
they
Homestar
generate.
Runner kind of Irish goodbye for like 8 years.
Oh, God.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
They just like didn't upload the next
Dude,
strong bad email.
It just stopped doing
Yeah.
it. And
I
you
talked
would-
to them about it. I like
Really?
asked them, and I was like, "Why did you do it?" And they were like, "Well, we had a plan for the next one, and then it was like it kind of got like we wanted to do it bigger and bigger, and then the more time passed, we were like, well, we have to come back with something bigger and more interesting, and then time kept passing, and we were like, well, if we come back now with some little thing, everybody's gonna be like, just that."
Just give us another Teen Girl Squad. It's fine.
That's all we want.
That's all we want.
I mean, they worked so hard. Like
Yeah.
that's like the wild amount of work that went into what is really, in a lot of ways, like the first online video series.
Speedmails. Dude,
Do
oh
you guys,
my God.
it feels like not everybody in the room knows what
I
this
know-
is.
I know
No,
what
no,
it
no,
is,
of
yeah.
course.
Oh.
It's like this and red versus blue, or like
Right,
the
right,
two
right.
like early ones.
I think I found out about it through Nintendo Power magazine.
What?
Yeah.
That's
I
Red
didn't
versus
know-
Blue or Homestar Runner? Red versus
Homestar-
Blue or Homestar Runner?
Homestar Runner.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, they made like they had some
That was
sort
like
of
the
like
last
reference
episode
or
of
segment,
Nintendo Power in 1999.
and it came up in there at some point because
Yeah.
I didn't really like get on the internet to watch stuff until like I don't know. I feel like I just like got to at friends' houses on occasion
Sure.
until like 2010.
I think I started.
wow.
I think I started like
I'm so old.
using the internet in like first grade.
Which year was
So I don't know.
Let's do birth years.
1996.
97.
90.
95.
Okay, that's fine.
90s kids.
You're 1980?
Yeah.
We're the same.
Oh, you're 89?
We both fucked with KMFDM in high school. We're the same.
We're the same.
I think it's 04, maybe.
04 when you were in first grade.
04, 05,
Jeez, like
something.
6 years old.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
why I started like
youngest.
using the
I'm the
internet.
youngest, and I'm off my parents' health insurance. You know, I'm a real member of
Yeah,
society.
we're all grown ups here, and
He technically pays for it, but it's my insurance.
Daddy. I'm daddy. You know my insurance,
No,
son.
he is daddy. Oh no.
We'll heal you.
Are you gonna Irish goodbye, Ludwig, when it's time?
No, I would hard quit.
You hard goodbye?
I would hard goodbye
Let's
for sure.
Irish goodbye.
No.
Let's just go to Europe.
Let's
Because
go.
I
Let's be
think-
together somewhere.
Let's just go.
Well, I
out.
think it's also different, right? Like, I think,
I think it's an
There's-
audience relationship thing.
yeah, it would be, I think, disrespectful. Because
Yeah.
I also am closer to my audience than most YouTubers because I stream. And there's also people like 40, 35,000 who give me like $1 a month right now. And so, like, if I were to just
Yeah.
just leave, then it's like, okay,
It's pretty
do I,
grimy.
like, keep this? Yeah, it'd be kind of grimy. I think it'd be kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But they would still love you.
I also feel like there's things you want to say. You know, like there's
Yeah.
some last things.
Maybe, yeah.
Streaming is so much different than YouTuber, especially now, though, right? Because like, I feel like you're a YouTuber and you quit. There's still a huge wall between you and your viewers that you're safe behind. But I feel like streaming, like your viewers feel closer to you.
Dude,
Oh,
I
for
will
sure.
say, I don't know of a big streamer who's quit.
Whoa.
Like, YouTubers have started to quit, and I think they've started to quit in response, in a way, maybe to the trend of YouTubers who didn't quit and kept doing their thing, and then it got less popular. And then now there's like, you know, a Sunny V2 video making fun of that gets millions of views.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Ugh.
harder. I feel like it's
That's
harder
rough.
for streamers to pivot too. Because if you're a YouTuber and you've like backed up a bunch of like success and savings from like a long-term series, you can kind of like alleviate this time for yourself in your day to like think about or like work on like whatever the next project is. But I feel like streaming keeps, especially if you're a big streamer, you're kind of obligated to like put the hours in over and over and over, and that like
When do you
same
have time
time
to
isn't
think?
alleviated in your
Yeah.
day, and because you don't create that product that you talk about that like lives on indefinitely.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you have to fight for
have to
eyes.
boot up the next day
Because
to pull everybody
with a
in.
YouTuber and YouTube videos, anyone can watch that on their own time throughout the day, and you still get your algorithm points because it goes out that day. But for streaming, like you're fighting for eyeballs. Like you go live at 7 p.m. and you can really only watch one stream, maybe a couple if you're like a brain rot kid or something. So it's
I feel like it's
streaming might just be
mathematically
kind
you're-
of tough right now because if you're a streamer right now, you're in an era of viewers trending down in general, not for you specifically, but like site wide. Like Twitch viewership is down.
Yeah.
Like somebody like XQC is like seeing his numbers like fall. In
Nah,
like,
he's back as
by, like-
GTRP. But yeah, it was a little bit down.
I
after
thought you said
COVID.
GTA RP was already over the hump.
What's your take on it, Dub and Anders?
Well, I think that streaming's just a
Way
little
out of
bit
my league right now.
farther behind. I think it's a little farther behind YouTube because it's a newer thing. I also think streamers just like streaming and they don't know anything else at all. And so
It's
you know,
like Astro World.
like
This is kind of like talking to Mango about it. Do you know who Mango is? He's great.
I'm way out of my league.
Mango is
This is
This is
actually
Mango.
Mango.
Okay, great.
This
He's
is-
here.
This is a cutout of him.
this is
Yeah.
Mango.
Hey, buddy.
And,
do you see him and do you think this is the GOAT?
I see him and I think seems like a professional gamer to me. Mostly it's that shirt.
Yeah,
He's with us now.
he is a professional gamer, and he streams. He pretty much only streams playing video games. And he's done it for a long time now, and self-admittedly, he's like, I'm just a gamer. I love fucking playing games.
His new
I
thing,
love booting it up.
yeah, I think he
Like,
just likes gaming because what he does now is he'll go live for like 8 hours. He'll like play a bit of the game he's known for playing. Then he'll play Baldur's Gate after
yeah.
taking a edible, and then when the edible hits too hard and he thinks it's scary, he'll move to Overwatch.
The bright colors make him feel okay.
And I think it's just what he wants to do,
Yeah.
and also feels good maybe because it's earning money. But I think streamers. I haven't seen him quit yet.
Whereas like maybe more people getting into YouTube to start with have some idea of like, I think there's more people on YouTube that are like, I'm going to make videos as some sort of like product or like artistic. It's going to be some sort of like artistic
I'm trying to
endpoint
do
maybe.
like doing something that I'm trying to achieve a particular goal.
It's
That's not
nerdy
just
now.
growing the biggest audience, but I think it's not. Like I think a lot of times it's just like how. That's what I chase. It's just like how do we make stuff that's gonna like engage people and get people to watch.
You said it's dirty?
It's nerdy.
Oh, I thought you said like
YouTube's like nerdier than ever, I think,
Oh,
in
okay.
terms of like the science of what a successful
Oh,
video
yeah.
is. I think to a
People
fault.
think about it too much. I think now.
What year did Vlogbrothers start? Is it?
I think we're gonna have a backlash against it.
We're getting
Like,
a bit of it.
Yeah.
Do you know
like,
Sam Sulik?
Yeah, I know that name.
Okay.
Who is?
He's
Workout
you
guy.
want to talk
Huge-
about biceps.
huge,
Okay.
big biceps.
Zipper, can you pull up Sam Sulik?
Oh, there's a TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the world. This is a
That's our
monitor.
screen with our logo.
I don't
You just
exist
look
in
at it.
physical places
He
most of
uses
the time.
light to
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I seen that guy.
And he's like the antithesis of nerdy YouTube, right? Because he just uploads 40 minutes and it's him in a car just riffing
yeah.
about his workout and life.
Yeah, he's got like great vibes for a guy who does a lot of gear.
Yes,
Yes.
he does.
Yes.
It's actually it's crazy.
It is what makes him so charming.
Hey, maybe hot take. I think this is still nerd YouTube.
Yeah, I think he's a little nerdy. For
Well,
sure.
I think it's just he's nerdy about his muscles.
It's just like
But
an overly
when I say nerd
masculine
YouTube, I
idea.
mean
But
like
yeah, separate thing.
crafting a YouTube video to get the maximum viewers,
Yeah,
as
sure.
opposed
Just-
to being
yeah.
passionate about
I
something.
see. I see.
Right,
I
like
see.
we get backlash when we do a custom thumbnail on Vlogbrothers.
Yeah, still.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
we've always done it sometimes, but like if I do one that looks too good, people are like, "What the hell?" I have to like make it look like I didn't try.
What
so
year did
cute.
Vlogbrothers start?
2007.
Right. Okay. So one question I had about that was my understanding of the original idea was like it's talking to each other in vlog format, almost like you're writing emails to each other and either teaching each other a thing or just speaking to each other like brothers.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the base sort of idea. Was that collaborative at first? Like were you collaborating at all on what you would talk about in your own separate videos? And has it become collaborative at all, or is it the same still?
So like in the beginning, it was very much like John would make a video, and then I would watch his video and either make my own thing or like it would inspire me to make something in particular.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I just make my own thing.
Okay.
Now rarely we will be in touch and we'll say, oh, here's what we need to do this week because we have this thing coming up. Like we're doing this launch or we're doing a charity event or something, and so we had like actually last week was like this where like we had like some new things to tell the community about, and so we did 2 videos
Is
that
it
were
socks?
about the we have to do this like yearly charity live stream called the Project for Awesome, and we were just like changing it a little bit. And,
I watched that.
Yeah, that one, and that was nice because I was going to be here, and I was like, I can make that before I leave because it's a 4-minute video.
Are you watching his when it comes out or before?
When it comes out.
When it comes out, so you're in the audience like
For sure.
to this day.
Yeah,
Do you watch every one? Have you ever missed one?
never missed one.
Oh,
That's very cute.
that's cute.
It's wild for me to think that I might the thought of missing
Yeah.
a Vlogbrothers video for
I mean,
me
for that long.
Like it would feel like a big fat lie. I feel like I was lying to everyone.
Well, I think that is like the sauce that makes a project like that successful for this long. Like even if you never say to anyone,
And there's only one a week. Like it's like 1 4 to 5 minute video a week. So it's like
It's
like it'd be like
digestible.
shitty to not
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
my brother's video.
I
Sorry, I was
saw
too busy.
that this has created, like, your guys' channel has created such a fandom that you hosted another convention only for your fans.
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
Just like
and I'd like to
just
do
a
it again.
side convention.
We were thinking about doing it again, but things have been messy in the world of events for a little while.
What? Why?
So it was super fun, and like we have and we had a bunch of people who are sort of like have a lot of overlap with our stuff come out.
Yeah.
I heard your idea about the 48-hour show. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Do
that just
it.
doesn't
You guys can take that idea.
that
so I don't
doesn't
have to
work in
do
our
it.
world.
Wait,
that was
what
the
is it?
first thought I had. Why don't you say the idea because it's your idea?
So like you rent a theater for 48 hours and you don't let anybody leave.
Dude, this is
So everyone who comes to the show stays.
It's a lock-in. It's like
Yeah.
the bowling alley on prom night.
Do you tell them, or
Yeah.
do they walk in and then give a comical latch?
Mr. Beast
Yeah.
walks out and everyone starts screaming and trying to get out of the
It's
room.
2 statues with swords, and they just cross.
Yeah,
establish
if
the
anybody
Discord.
leaves the room, no one gets $10,000.
Yeah.
And then they just have to murder the person who needs to pee the most.
Wait, that's actually good.
Okay,
he's
you are
cooking.
into
I
it.
can see the gears turning.
Well, I was thinking about specifically the no one can leave for $10,000 one.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a thing. I think that. So we had this in Missoula where the first drinks are free
you from
until the
Missoula?
first person pees at a bar.
You
I'm
from Missoula?
Yeah.
I love Missoula.
Yeah. I mean, I've
been there a bunch.
Lived there for 20 years.
It's just funny how I love it.
That's cool. I do. It's Zootown.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And they had to stop doing this. Not like there's like a thing that lots of bars do, like free drinks until the first person pees. And they had to stop doing it because somebody died.
What?
They like
While they're peeing?
held their pee too bad.
Oh no!
Oh, this is an
Yeah.
episode of Euphoria.
This also happens with the butt.
I haven't fact checked this. I think someone died.
It's a good way to not want to do it anymore. You just say someone died and
Yeah.
can't do
They
it.
just make it up.
Yeah, they don't have to explain.
Someone died. Wish
Yeah,
we
there was
could.
like a
shackled to the law.
I think you just put it on the T-shirt you win, and
Yeah.
the competition keeps going.
yeah. There was a radio thing where they're like whoever drinks the most water, and that like somebody drank so much water they died.
Yeah,
Which
It's-
seems
to
like
win
that.
a Wii.
They were
'cause that was
probably in the
problem.
room.
Oh, and hold your wee for a wee.
It was like some mom. It's actually a really sad story.
No, I
That
mean
is
people
sad.
dying is often quite sad.
They were probably in the room trying to think of an idea. Like, what's something that anyone can do that's safe? Well, drink water. It's good. Good for
Yeah.
them.
This happens with the butt. If you don't poop for enough time, you get toxic megacolon.
Toxic megacolon. You know what the
about
treatment
this.
for toxic megacolon is?
a shit.
They have to cut you open and take your shit out.
What?
And you round it out.
Yeah.
You
Well,
shove some
it's worse
oxygen
than
up there.
that.
They cut it up and the duck goes to your mouth. He goes. And it's like,
You can have constipation so bad that you vomit up your own shit.
Oh,
Have you?
Somebody in the other room
I think
just puked.
I've gotten close.
I heard
Yeah?
it.
I think I've gotten close.
He's has constipation problems his whole life.
Oh, it's bad. It's
I'm
bad.
jealous.
he drops mega dunkers.
Yeah.
he's never
he
did
drops
it.
high scores
What's
that I
your
only
what's your
dream of.
like general day to day? Like
What does that mean?
Your general
What's
poop
your
to poop.
general?
Like
How
your-
much time?
how much time?
Like a week.
All the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you know what? It's better recently.
He's scared now.
It's better recently.
It's like 3 hours for me.
Wait, what?
Really?
You're right on
Are
time.
you vegan?
No, I have ulcerative colitis.
I looked into it. I didn't fuck with it.
When I don't understand the words, I know it's bad.
Yeah. So many syllables.
Speaking of science, I actually came prepared.
I don't know that was science, but okay.
I came prepared with an idea today.
All right.
And I thought it'd be fun because you're a scientist. Correct?
I mean, not
We
in a
keep
while.
saying this, but it's not.
So he's a scientist, right?
Sci-
And the four of us, I say we dabble in science. We cover sciencing
my
and
favorite
science.
subject.
We do have a science
Sort of science
segment.
things on this show.
Mario's.
So were you ever do you remember Kahoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to use Kahoot
Do
in
I
school.
remember Kahoot?
He didn't.
Well, I don't remember it.
Do
I
you
didn't
know
like.
it?
They didn't have it when I was in school. I just know of it.
I'd say remember because I don't think it's used much anymore. Maybe it is.
It is. You're just not in school
He
anymore.
was
True.
past school when they brought it in and got rid
Well,
of it.
I was fondly remembering Kahoot, messing with the teacher, making funny name for yourself in the game. And I was like, I wonder if I could go find a Kahoot quiz for science, and then we could all take it, but we're all against you.
Ooh. 4 against 1. It's the Try Guys, you guys.
Yeah.
Try Guys 4 against 1.
And guess which one of us is Ned?
No, we thought up a solution to this idea. If you call up your wife or your girlfriend and you just tell her point blank, I will never cheat on you.
Yeah.
And it always results in a positive outcome.
No. We figured out a better way to say it.
What?
It was from now on, I will never
From
cheat on
here
you.
on out, and I haven't before, but also from here on out, I will never
And
do
I just
that.
wanted to let you know.
Bye.
And it always is really good because
Yeah,
it's a nice thing to say.
That's going to work out 100%. They love that.
So Zipper, could you bring up the Kahoot I found?
Oh, we're going to...
Whoa!
Do we pop out our phones?
Everyone bring out your phones.
Okay.
This is, like, look at this.
Love we already
Kahoot
had
is
it
still
out.
very active.
So you're gonna go to Kahoot.it and you're gonna type in this code.
It.
And
Kahoot it.
just very honestly, I did not play it myself. I just found
Okay.
the
we have
name
to
of
trust
it
you.
in the public Kahoot thing, and I was like, yeah, this will work.
Okay.
Because I wanted to keep it pretty basic.
Oh, you can't do so many syllables.
What did you
I was gonna be big money, rich money.
How come? I got the moose, I guess. That's
I
good.
got like a cute little...
Oh,
Dude, I got a chipmunk with a
Oh.
hairpiece.
Try it with
Hairpiece.
headphones on. Maybe.
Okay. Kahoot at home.
Quiz. This makes me very nervous.
yeah. So I
I hope I didn't make
I
it
just
all
found
up.
the Eagle Rock Elementary 2017 Science Fair quiz.
No need to answer
That's
this.
what it was called.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's me. That's me. I got a picture of me as a child.
That's great.
Wow. That guy was passing notes in class.
Get ready. The student with the highest score in this year's quiz will win $50 towards the Scholastic Book Fair. That's lit.
Oh, that's huge.
That's actually lit.
I'm gonna get so many.
paying?
animals.
The book fair was hype.
Plants need which of the following to live?
Plants need which of the following to live? Oxygen, air, minimal waters, and air, water, minerals, and sunlight, moonlight, or soil, water, shade, and food.
I got this one.
I think I got
Does
this
it matter
one.
how fast we do it? Because I got
There's
it
a
before
timer on
you
the
guys.
left.
Timer
I
on the
believe
left.
you get more points the faster. Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I got it.
So we're
it.
just
Wait,
gonna,
did you pick a
we're gonna
baby
total
quiz?
our points, and we'll.
So it's
We all
4
got
to
it right.
1 right now.
No, we all got it right.
We all got it right. But we'll figure
Oh,
out
I
the
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will defeat you in the Science
I'm
Coliseum.
a little worried we're all going to get all of these right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't be nice
I
to
was
me.
faster.
Oh,
I was
speed.
faster.
Okay, now we're gaming.
Okay, all right.
Now
hold
we're
on.
gaming.
Come
I
on.
didn't know there was time. All right.
This is fucked up. What temperature brings water to boil?
What temperature
brings
bring water to a boil?
School didn't have a lot
I
of
knew
budget,
this
I
one.
guess.
I made fun of someone for not knowing this, and
Cringe
then
in
I felt
Fahrenheit.
bad
job, everybody.
later.
Why is it cringe in Fahrenheit?
In cringe.
Do you use Celsius?
Yeah.
What temperature is it
Hold on,
outside
hold on, guys,
today?
it's 4 to 1. We are getting
Why,
fucking
why is he
crushed.
beating us?
He's faster.
We are getting fucking crushed.
Well, if you add all your numbers up, you're kicking my ass.
All right. I'm gonna-
One of us has to win. That's the win
We
condition.
take our highest score.
Okay, next
If
question.
one of us beats him,
I have so much faith in you guys.
Slider.
Slider.
Discuss.
Discuss.
What?
Okay.
This
Are we
is
discussing?
Dude, you picked a
This
dog
is
shit.
fun.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
That's a
Whoa,
9.
whoa, whoa.
That's
I
a
think,
9. That's
I
a
think
9.
a pregnant
That's a 9.
pregnant woman's one of the most beautiful things on earth. It's a 10.
That's a really good guess too. I'm gonna go with 10. Actually, I think that's really smart. And we had a lot
What
of
did you
time.
What did you
So
rank it,
audio
Hank?
listeners, we're looking at Mario holding
Yeah.
pregnant Sonic.
Yeah, it's Dr. Mario specifically.
Yeah.
And he's figured out some really new
New stuff.
technologies.
Yeah. 9.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Wait.
Ooh,
6.
it was a
That's a
6.
6.
Okay, it was a
That
6.
makes
You know, it
sense.
actually makes sense.
It makes
that
sense. It's a 6. Yeah. I think that's
That
Earth
was a
science.
6?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
That's-
6.
I
Ludwig's
just
gonna
don't
fight
believe
it.
that.
I
He's gonna
don't,
fight it.
I don't try. This is like in 10
Go to
years
the
when we find
judges.
out the school is
You know,
wrong.
on my
Yeah.
Kahoot, it says nothing worth having comes easy. It was kind of ominous looking at that.
That didn't
image.
change the numbers at all.
No.
Interesting.
All right.
Wow.
Who turned popular hip hop artist Nicki Minaj into a stoner?
This is what they're learning in school.
Yeah, well, I know the answer to this one.
immediately.
Fuck, I don't know
You didn't
this.
take biology in high school? Jesus Christ, man.
Shit. How much time do I have? Who turned
This
Nicki
is
Minaj?
this is a lyric in We Dem Boys. If that helps.
That does not help.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
In the song, they go, "We them boys."
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah,
know
it's
it
that one.
wasn't. Oh, I got
It's
it.
Wiz. Yeah, Wiz turned Nicki to a stoner.
You got that?
What the fuck? Oh my god,
This is fucked.
dude. She's smoking now.
You just know too much. Mango, no!
No, Mango.
Okay.
Come back to us, boys. True or
True or
false?
false?
50. Real? Real? Real?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It looks
oh,
real.
man, I hit false, but I feel like true now.
It's in a big
The
medicine
thing,
pen.
it looks fake, but the doctor looks real.
So it's a giant poop that a woman is holding what looks like a doctor.
Is she
In a
a
bedpan.
nurse
So
practitioner?
can you explain this with science?
True. You said false?
I did say
Dude, you're
false.
so
So
dumb.
can you explain that to me with
fuck.
science?
Oh, man. I don't know. You're
no?
the one with the big shits.
All right, well,
Oh, that's
great
it.
job.
that's
Thanks
it?
for attending. That's probably the fair they're talking
Congratulations, Dylan Morris!
Hey,
Dylan!
Dylan
about.
Norris,
Dylan
bro.
wins every
He
year.
always wins. I hate that
How do you
asshole.
know about
think you
Nicki
guys- I think-
Minaj?
Wow, let's go, Ludwig!
Out!
Oh, thank God we're smarter than a
You
scientist.
kicked my ass.
Wait, no, that's third place.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
thank God it was Nick.
So I guess like I don't know. I thought you were like a
You
scientist.
were last place, Hank.
That's actually crazy.
Last place.
It's We Dem Boys.
That's so weird.
He turned her to a stoner.
No, I know. I got that one right. It's the, it's
get
the
that
turd
one
that
right.
fucked me.
He did say it.
Turd.
It was
It's
only the
false.
poop
Only
that
you true. Well, Hank, it's been an absolute pleasure. Is there any final words of wisdom or thoughts that you'd like to impart, or socks?
Oh, I mean, I made socks.
That's why you keep saying that?
When I was sick
He
with
made
cancer,
socks.
I made socks.
Oh, I saw
Is
that.
this
Yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
Sock Club?
Yeah, so we had the Awesome Socks Club. We're basically we're like, okay, what if we were like YouTubers and we started a business that was like YouTuber business, but then we donated
You
all
say
the
like
profit.
it's the first time you've done
we
it.
donated all the profit to charity instead of to us.
And to you.
Which makes it sound like I don't like other YouTubers, and I do very much. It's basically, you gotta have to buy socks.
I do.
Just buy them from us, and all the profit goes to charity instead of some stranger.
Where do you
Awesome
buy 'em?
Sock Club.
Good.store. That's where you can
That's
find
so-
all the
That's
stuff.
a good fucking
That's
link.
good, yeah.
You got good?
.store.
Son of a...
Every single person who buys a pair of socks from this website, Aiden will thank.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
will thank you personally. He will write a
Every
message to
single
you.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
it's
it is.
on the board.
Good.store,
There it is.
and you can get.
You can
Oh,
get
socks.
coffee. We got a coffee subscription. We got soap and like other bath products.
Oh, this is nice.
We're gonna add some other stuff soon too. We're gonna do
Dude,
tea.
you just-
this
Oh, the
year.
disco socks.
Yeah, the disco socks
They're
are
so
nice.
cute.
I don't.
I'm wearing.
Yeah, what are you rocking?
I'm wearing
How
these
come-
ones
how
I
come
designed
we're a
specifically
for-profit
when I
company?
was
How come
on cancer.
you
No,
don't
when I was
that-
on cancer.
Yeah, when you were on cancer.
I was on my
smoking
cancer
that
shit.
good
Smoking
cancer.
good.
They give you a lot of drugs.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, man. It was really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Did you have a good time?
You guys are dopes. It's great.
Oh. Well, no, wait. He
You
just
said
called us
with a plural.
dopes.
He's too
We're-
smart.
Sounds
For,
like
I don't know
plural
if it's
noun.
good.
That's nice.
I feel like it could be good.
Dopes.
It's
said
great. It's a nice thing. You
Thank
guys
you,
are like
Hank
fun, silly
Green.
guys.
Yeah. All right, Hank. You were so. Maybe you don't got that shit on.
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
Yo, what if his middle
Gonna
name?
end on
What
that?
if his middle name was smoking that?
I was thinking that whole time.
Hank smoking that green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we hope
That's-
we turned you to a stoner at home. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Hank Green. Good.store. Check it out.
Bye.
Bye.
If I become different, will you guys still love me?
No.
Okay.
What's different about you?
You
you
kill
come
the
back
man
with a
or you don't come
concussion?
back at all, kid.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is a Ricky Bobby household. You're first.
If I'm
or
not
last.
first, I'm last.
Yeah.
There's only two of us.
Well, yeah, it's actually the case in boxing.
Yeah.
I'm a tough, loving father, and you got to win.
I don't
Sorry.
think I can win this
Sorry,
far.
that's my mama mentality coming
This
out.
guy has been in
You
real
gotta
fights.
win this, you gotta join the family business.
Which is what?
Making YouTube,
YouTube
shorts
video-
and sucking shits.
Working.